Oh, hey guys, as the camera moves. I bumped it accidentally. So obviously we're in a hotel, but it's not broken down, so there's that. Downside is about the Penske trucks. Well, the timing of this one at least is they pretty much say no to truck stops, so that kind of hurts for convenience. So it really leaves with the Penske places, which pain in the ass to get into. Do you mind? He's cracking out over there on the couch. He has been since I've been in here. Or dealerships. Let me see. Let me show you what he's doing. Oh, what? Busted? That little meow was pretty funny. He's like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. Watch, as soon as I move the camera away, he's gonna do it. So, I'm over here in Salt Lake at this hotel called Four Points. It's actually pretty nice. It was about 5 miles away from the dealership. I mean, it's really easy. It's pretty much you just take like let's see, a right, like 4 rides. But like most of that 5 miles is just going up one road. Pretty much just north of some highway. I think it's just north of 80, because the airport's like next exit to the east. Do you mind? He's gonna start cracking out again. He has been doing that all day yesterday, and he just loves doing it now. But so truck, I called Salt Lake. Well, okay, time. Originally, I called Nampa Freightliner when I was in Oregon. So I picked this load up. It's a 4-day load, and it's only like 900 miles. But I picked it up Friday, delivers Tuesday, due to Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that. But I called Nampa yesterday. Oh, I picked this load at Longview. It's paper rolls, giant ones. I mean, it's not the big tall ones, but it's like the tall ones cut in half. So it's just not as top heavy, but they are stacked up. So it is pretty much giant paper rolls. But I called the Nampa Freightliner, and I was like, "Is there any way you can work this truck in tomorrow morning, 4 p.m.?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Just come in, first come first serve. But I'll talk to the foreman. We'll get you in." So they have a trailer drop yard. So I just slept there because I got there that afternoon, but I'd been up since 2:30 that morning, and I got there like 5, and I was like, I'm fucking ready for bed. But so I slept there, and I went in the next morning, and yeah, no, they weren't gonna give me in the first thing in the morning, and it might not even been that day. And I was like, why'd you guys tell me that you were going to get me in this morning? I wouldn't have stopped here. I would have just continued on for like another hour, and then uh, fucking just got in close sooner over here. Yo, crackhead. And a lady was just so rude. Like, I mean, I get it. It's as soon as you open the door, it's like, what was it? It was like 6 a.m. or so. I get it. But I don't need your eye rolls when I ask you that. I don't need the attitude. I don't need you getting all fucking pissy. And then when I tell you I don't need the attitude, just chill. I haven't given you one. She tells me get out pretty much. It's like, okay. I didn't want to spend my money here anyways at this point. So you telling me to leave when I'm being very civil like this is just kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Although I wasn't spending money, but the headache and okay. Regardless, somebody was spending money there, and I am pretty much the one spending that person's money. So that's the way I look at it. So I left, and then I called Salt Lake. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna deal with it in Salt Lake." Could have had this much. This could be much easier if I just do truck stops. To do a reset, get it done at the same time. Excuse you, making a video over here. He's enjoying a plastic bag over there. So I called the Freightliner and they're like, "Oh, we can't get you in today. We are first come first serve. Today is the 27th, so it was all done on the 26th when I was calling. But if you hurry to get here, we might be able to get you in on the 27th." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna get there on Saturday, 26th, with any time for you to really do anything, but I'll be there." Checked in today about like 2. I was like 2:30, so I checked into the hotel first. So hi asshole, you're being so good too. So I start recording, and so she was fine with it. So I got there. I was like, okay. So Penske wants a few more things done. They want the PM, but they want the campaign's done, especially the campaign for that front end, the lock nut that goes over the kingpin, which is right after mine, which that kingpin coming loose destroyed the whole front end. So like I had new tie rods, new kingpins, new arms, all installed. Like that whole front steering around the axle on that GCT truck became brand new around like what 200 and I don't remember 1,000 miles, but I think it was like 230 something like that. So yeah, bad enough, I guess. Where Franklin's like, okay, we need to install these lock nuts because that's starting to cost us some pretty good money, which is pretty funny. Part of my issue was they were on back order. The things I needed for so long, it just destroyed itself over time. But Penske was like, when I called them up, they're like, you need to get that done. And like, if I don't care about the rest of the stuff, just the PM and that especially. Like, if that's all they have time for, just those two, fine. We'll worry about the rest later. I was like, okay, so they're definitely wanting that done, which is understandable considering what I put up with of mine. Like, but so I said, fuck it, let's do the other campaign, which is exhaust bracket. Updated ones, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know what it changes or what it does. Just something to do with holding the exhaust pipe up though, so. So there's that, and then they wanted, coolant sample depth pump filter change. So it's like, might as well get it all done. While I'm here, I got till Tuesday morning, so as long as I have the truck back by Monday night, preferably with time for me to get some sleep in. I mean, no worries. I already booked this hotel for 2 nights anyway, so that's a Monday morning. So I'll call later here today and see what's going on. Probably around this afternoon or this evening. And if I need to sit in this hotel for another day, fine. But I don't even know the checkout time is here. I don't think they told me. But it's what it is. So sort of the downside of dealing with the Penske maintenance is dealership of Penske's. That's pretty much what they prefer, and they prefer Penske. But I was like, I'll just go to dealership. Like, there's nothing Penske can do that dealership can't do, and Freightliner isn't going to risk doing anything to their truck too that can come back and hurt them. So, especially when you have 2 companies going at it. What do you want, Cat? Luckily, my town though, so when I go home, has all 3 dealerships. So Freightliner, Volvo, and PACCAR. So. The truck did need a DOT inspection, but it's due January, so I'm not getting it done because it's like I shouldn't even be in the truck even middle of December. Can I help you? Psst. Really? He's gonna jump across. You might see the phone vibrate. Well, come on. I know you're thinking about it. Well, come on. Show us your jumper skills. Show us. You coming or what? We're all waiting for you to jump. We're all waiting for you. You gonna come or what? Really? You gonna sing the song of your people now? Yeah? Really? Wow. Oh yeah? Ugh. Interesting. Well, come on. He's scared of that jump. No, so stay. Oh, shit. I really need to buy a mount. I forgot some of my mounting for my phone and my GoPro in the old truck, hence why the GoPro doesn't get used that much. So, I can only do with what I got. Hence why I've kind of been using my phone a lot more. Oh, hi, fat ass. Thanks. I'm not a fan of dealing with Penske. I was told information. Okay, so, side note, this video is getting a little distracted, but it's a cat. I mean, they're all really gonna complain. So the door sticker said 212,000. Well, I called Penske and I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? Where do I need to take this, etc. Because I was about a week out from that point. And they said, oh, you can just go to take it to a truck stop. We'll work with you. We understand it. You can't always get to a Penske. And I was like, oh, okay, that just makes it way easier. So I called them. And they told me, oh, it's not actually due at 212, it's due at 219. And I was like, oh, well, this sticker's wrong then. Okay, 219 then. Truck was put into the shop at 219. It was like 219,879 is what it was. But I called them start of last week, like last Monday, like the 21st. I was like, okay, I want to get this in tomorrow. Where do you want to take it? There's loves right here. I was doing a reset. I was like, there's loves right here to shop. I could do it right there. They're like, you can't take it to the truck stop. I was like, what do you mean you can't take it to the truck stop? You just told me like a week ago I could. No, a couple weeks ago. No, like, you can't take it to the truck stop. It's got to be Penske or Freightliner. I was like, well, and then that's when they also told me it's also due at 212. I was like, I literally just called you guys like almost 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, and you guys told me that it was not due for another 8,000 miles. And, yeah, I was about that. 8,000 miles. And the truck stopped for work. So now you guys put me in a bind because it's like Thanksgiving's right fucking here. You guys are gonna start affecting more than one thing, and also they're in Boise, and I don't know. The guy was friendly. He was very patient because I was giving a little earful while being calm about it, but I was frustrated. You could definitely tell, but he was good customer service. That was Manager Troy. Good, at least that props to that. No props for the fucking misinformation though. Unless I kept telling him, it's like, hey. I was going based on what you guys told me, but we worked through that. I told him, pretty much your Penske there, no go. I told him I pretty much have 2-day runs that go from Salt Lake to Pacific Northwest. Generally, what I do. Boise's more of a go through. I can't just stop there because also, and this is what they told me: call 2 days ahead, plan for 12 to 24 hours downtime. So I can't do that. Not with these fucking 2-day runs. Like, it has to be near a reset then, and you guys aren't very well located for a reset because you guys are not even in the middle. You're 6 hours to Salt Lake, which if I'm doing 800 miles and it's 6 hours to Salt Lake, that's only 300 miles. That's 8 hours from where I got to go. So it's more like 8.5 hours because the elevation changes, like the climbing and all that, plus some weather and stuff. I got a detour on that. It's an extra hours. So it's like, let's just say 9 hours because. I'm not, it's no quality if it fucking changes. I'll just go spend the extra 40, 50 miles, go 5. Fuck it. I'll save myself time and headaches just going up by 5. But he's like, okay, Freightliner works, dealerships work. I was like, oh, problem solved then. He's like, just call us when wherever dealership you take it to, and we'll email what needs to be done. I guess they follow schedule. I guess they follow, seems to be the manufacturer's schedule, which surprised me. So that's good to know that at least their trucks are taken care of. However, it does rely on the driver actually getting it on time, but it is taken care of. How's the food? Hey, how's the food? Not good, huh? I need to buy more cans of food. I bought the same amount as I did last time, but I gave them to him much quicker this time. It was like one every day, which means I went through it in the first 2 months, so he's a little sad because if I mention the T word, he gets all excited and then sad when he realizes he's not getting one. I think when I get the Volvo though, I'll go around and stock up again because there's a Banfield PetSmart in Boise, and the Banfield means they have a vet there, and that's ICC's prescription food. I can't go to any pet store. It has to have a vet, a clinic on site, and then I go in there, and then I go to buy the food on site. Otherwise, I got to order and ship it to my house, which is what I usually do. But that's why I'm in a hotel. At least these walls match, except for the ceiling. The ceiling's always just. Why is the ceiling always white? Can we stop making the walls all one color and then forgetting about the ceiling, please? Does that bug anybody else or just me? I don't know. I like the things to match, sort of have some form of cohesion, and I don't even know what fucking color this is. It looks like scales. Hold on, can I show this? Yeah, it looks like scales. Fucking lizards. The conspiracy's real, guys. The conspiracy's real. The lizards are invading. As a piece of fur randomly falls across the screen. Might have been my hair. But I'm gonna have to stock that Volvo when I get it. I haven't stocked at the truck, the Freightliner. I've just kind of been eating out of truck stops. To be fair, the fridge in the Freightliner does not work, so. And it's the company provided fridge, so I'll just wait till the Volvo. They'll put a brand new fridge in there anyways. They'll provide a microwave. Then I'll go grocery shopping. I'll stock things up. Yeah, so. There's a downside though about dealing with Penske. I'll be spending every few months, if I'm not home, it seems, about probably every 6 months, 2 to 3 days in a hotel. Fine. I am more lucky that the load has 4 days. So technically I'm still loaded. So. That delivery though, I might show you guys it because it's an interesting one. I'll be backing up. I'll be pulling out into the street of 4 lanes of traffic and backing across the 4 lanes of traffic. At least it's straight back though. That's if I don't fuck up the straight back setup, because that's possible. But hey, you guys stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye!